What's up, my friends? Captain Trucker, welcome back to the channel. I had a great update for you guys today. So as many of you know, I recently built a house on an 80 square meter lot in the provinces of the Philippines, a project that I was working on for about 2.5 years, and it's finally complete. So I wanted to give you guys an update really quick. I didn't really talk about my personal reflections on this project because I didn't really want to insert myself into it. I kind of looked at it as like a mission that had to be done. I was very glad to do it, you know, for my son, his mom, and the family and all that great stuff. But, you know, people have asked me and they said, well, how did you, feel about it? Would you do it again and everything? And I guess the short answer is, I do not think that I would enjoy the idea of building another house in the Philippines. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm glad I did it. Had to be done. But the feeling is more, I don't say bittersweet, or like, it's more satisfactory, right? And we got a good deal, by the way. Overall, the construction cost, the permits, the land, all in, the wall, the roof deck, the good quality concrete and all this and that, paid about, I said 41,000 US dollars, which is, it may have been a little bit less than that because I had some other payments lumped in with that. But anyway, the other funny thing is when I first made that video, I said 100 square meters, and I was really embarrassed that I said that because it was like a genuine oversight on my part. Okay, I'm the last guy in the world that's going to be trying to flex like an 80 square meter house, right? I mean, it's obviously a small house. Okay, that goes without saying. It's not a mansion, but it's a very durable, good, solid house. So it is what it is. So, with that being said, it came out to about 25,000 to 32,000 pesos per square meter, which is kind of in the middle, solid mid-range for construction cost and building, and overall for a house that size in the provinces of the Philippines. Okay, so that's it. I mean, and it did pretty well. But like I said, it kind of took like 2.5 years, and I kind of paid as I went. As I recommended, if I had to give advice, would be to kind of pay as you go. It is hilarious too, by the way, that I got the square meter wrong. I don't know why I thought that. I really did. I think psychologically, mentally, to get through this project, because I work a lot. As some of you know, I work as an over-the-road truck driver. My life is very dangerous on the road. I have a lot of stress. It's high intensity. It's dangerous, right? I drive 60,000 mile tours all throughout the United States in all different weather conditions and all that. And love to do it. It's a lot of fun, but it requires a lot of my kind of attention and focus, and I can't really be thinking about other projects at times. But so I think mentally I had to compartmentalize this project, and thank God for my son's mother and her friends, because they really really handled this whole thing with a lot of discipline and responsibility and grace, and really I just wrote the checks. And that's the way I want. Just my feelings on it. I was kind of debating whether or not I should do this video because I wanted to be kind of classy about it, because I mean, I'm glad I built the house. I would do it again, of course, but I'm saying I wouldn't build multiple houses. I wouldn't turn this into some thing of like, I'm gonna be the foreign colonial house builder in the Philippines, and guys that want to do that, hey, God bless you, enjoy it. It's just not for me. It's just not for me, all right? I'm a modest guy. I was hanging on the top of cars when I was 4 years old. I was jumping off of roofs. I was challenging authority as early age 7, 8. To flex in a house in the Philippines, it's not really like the biggest deal for me. So it's more one of those like satisfied vibes, It's not like elated or euphoric. I think we tend to have these weird social media, modern day, just, I don't know, hedonistic maybe kind of outlooks on life in our 40s and 50s, like 30s, early. Everybody's just always like, oh, do it makes you happy. Just be happy. I mean, you think like soldiers going to war were happy? You know, sitting in bunkers, stepping on landmines, shooting guns at people. Like they weren't happy. They just did what they had to do. I'm not comparing fatherhood in the Philippines to being a soldier at war. They're not comparable, but you get my point, right? So anyway, it was something that had to be done. The house had to be built. It was a mission. I accomplished it. Rock and roll. Nice house. I'm glad the video got 37,000 views. That's totally cool. I dig it. It's a big deal, right? I mean, a lot of people want to move to the Philippines. So house building is like a big, big topic here. It's a big deal, all right? And yeah, I mean, not everybody can do it. And I recognize that. And I don't say that with a lot of pride, man. I worked really hard. And I've saved, I've invested money in the stock market and annuities and different things over the years, and I was able to do it. And it's good to be able to build a house with cash without loans and interest and all that. It's very nice. It's a good position to be in. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, maybe I've adopted some of this simple, like more simple, content type of thinking since I've been in the Far East on and off throughout the years, and I just don't generally like things that complicate my life more, right? I just, I want to play drums, I want to do some philosophy, I want to hang out at the beach, I want to do theory, I want to listen to music. For me, I mean, that makes me happy, and hanging out with the kids, of course. Yeah, so anyway, flexing houses, yeah. I'm not judging foreigners that do it. I mean, look, there's middle-class Americans, they come to the Philippines and they just go completely ape wild and they build some massive mansion for a couple $100,000 US. And hey, if that makes them happy, go for it. Me personally, like the neighbor across from us, they actually have a bigger house, and I'm glad about that. Like, I'm like, okay, oh, good. That makes me feel better because truthfully, I personally would feel embarrassed if I was somebody like me, whatever that means, in the province of the Philippines, like in some really big, nice house. I don't know, for me, I would be embarrassed, to be honest. I wouldn't dig it. All right, but let me break down just this really quick for you guys. So, yeah, I think we did a pretty good job, solid, mid-range and all that. And like I said before, the structure and concrete was about 30% of the cost. The roofing and waterproofing was about 10%. Windows and doors, 8%. The finishings, tiles, paint, the ceiling, 20 to 25%. And then tiles, and then, permits and professional fees were probably like 8 to 12% and all that good stuff. So, all stuff that has to be done. And, yeah. People have asked me about, personal questions about legal contracts and who owns the house and blah, blah, blah. I'm not really going to disclose like private legal contracts on YouTube. I just wanted to say that, basically nothing's guaranteed. When you're a foreigner and you're embarking on this journey to go start a new life in the Philippines and meet the person you love and build a house and start a family, I mean, obviously so much stuff there's a lot of variables, right? I mean, I think a lot of foreigners, probably there's more success stories than stories that don't work out with regards to house building. Obviously, we hear sometimes the negative stories on social media because it gets a lot of attention and all that sort of stuff. But it can be done, right? I mean, you can have a house out here and be successful and have a family and all that good stuff. But I mean, there's gonna be nothing's guaranteed, right? I think there's a tendency of people that want to do stuff like that is like they're looking for guarantees, right? And, they want to know specifically what contractors to use. And, you always hear foreigners talking about the law and like how can they legally own the house? And I don't know, some of them try to set up like corporations, a 60-40 split and stuff like that, or weird deals, and it's not always a good idea. It kind of usually backfires on them, but that's all I can say is like nothing's guaranteed. So you got to do it in the right spirit. You have to trust the people you're around, obviously, right? You got to trust the people that you care about to do the right thing. Otherwise, what's the point of any of it? And that's where, I mean, like I said, man, I was over the road working I wasn't able to be here all the time to manage the project. And so I just had to trust the people I'm dealing with. And that was it. And we made out well. Because I think a lot of like Filipinos and their families, especially in these provinces, care about their reputation. They have a lot of integrity. So I don't buy some of the narratives that, oh, yeah, if you go to the Philippines and start a life, you're going to get scammed and scam this and scam that. A lot of that's projection. A lot of that is, some of that's Western victim blaming, okay? Sometimes men come out here with the wrong expectations or they do stupid things and they get into trouble. Obviously, in any population, you're going to have bad players on both sides. But I think all in all, I've had a positive experience, and I think a lot of other people do too, with regards to building houses and meeting people. And so anyway, God bless you guys, man. Rock and roll. Go play some drums, enjoy life. Try not to spend too much time on social media. All right, bye-bye.